Hello everyone. I just thought I would have a little Harvest Festival video with you this week. Harvest Festival at All Saints is a bit later than it would be normally because of Her Majesty the Queen's death. We've changed our Sunday programme, so our Harvest Festival celebration will be this weekend. That's the first weekend in October, but I wanted to bring you outside here to the church garden to show off these wonderful pumpkins. They're not grown by me actually, unfortunately. They're grown by the volunteers who work in our community garden here, which is overseen by the Active Wellbeing Society, who partner with us on a number of projects here at the church. And it's really lovely, and I just walked past a few weeks ago and noticed that out of nowhere these pumpkins had really grown into the size that they are, and I think it's partly due actually to the soil that they're in. So we have a composting project here as a part of the community garden, and you can actually come along and learn how to compost things properly. And I have to say, it's not something I know a great deal about, but it would be good to learn a bit more, because if this is the result, and there's been a lot more produce here, particularly out of these wooden troughs, these raised beds, and it's all due to the preparation and the composting, the material that's been laid in there. I think that's really the secret to success. So if you want to come and learn about composting here, then go to the Active Wellbeing Society website, and you'll be able to find out more and make contact with them about the composting project, because we also from the community kitchen and the cafe we have, we compost anything that's left over. So come and find out a bit more. I think it always seems a bit strange almost to celebrate Harvest Festival in this kind of context, because although we've got this lovely garden here, which is a bit of a wilderness, but it's been created into something rather lovely, we're in the middle of a concrete jungle. We're surrounded by some of the busiest roads in the UK here, and if you look over my shoulder, you'll see all the skyscrapers and big buildings in the city centre. So it does seem a little odd. You might think, well, perhaps Harvest Festival is more relevant to parishes or churches in the countryside, but I think increasingly with the pressures we're seeing being put on our food growers and producers, and all the things happening globally, I think harvest, the message of harvest, is even more relevant than ever before at the moment, because we do need to have a concern for our environment, because it does directly impact our food, and it impacts the animals and wildlife around us, and we also need to be thankful for the food that we have before us here. We're very fortunate, because in so many parts of the world there are shortages and problems, unforeseen problems with the supply of food. So it's very important for Christians to have harvest and food, and the growth of food in our minds and in our prayers. So there we are. Just a bit of thought. I thought I'd show you these pumpkins as well, and all the food that we'll collect tomorrow at Mass, the gifts that people bring along, the harvest gifts, they all go to Birmingham City Mission, and so we support Birmingham City Mission. We have done for a long time, and they work with homeless people in the city centre, vulnerable people, helping people have a new start, and so that's where our food and a lot of the other donations we have here, that's where they go. And if you're not coming to Mass tomorrow, perhaps you'd like to help Birmingham City Mission, again, have a look on their website, find out a little bit more, cut out the middleman if it's after Harvest Festival here, and go directly to Birmingham City Mission, because they do some fantastic work, and very, very practical in nature, and I think that's why we've had a long-term relationship with them from All Saints. It's just practical. The food goes off here, it's cooked up and served to people in the city centre. So there we are, and I guess the message about we're familiar of the biblical stories about growing things, and about sowing seeds in fertile soil. And sowing seeds in fertile soil produces stronger crops that don't wither and die. And that message, although we're familiar with it, perhaps at this time of the year we can refamiliarise ourselves with this idea, this Christian idea, that actually God sowed seeds into our hearts, and when God sows a seed into our heart, it needs to be sown into deep soil. Our heart needs to be receptive to that message, that we don't turn the other way, that we allow God's calling to us, what God's calling us to do, the way that God's calling us to live, we allow that to blossom and flourish by giving it the right conditions. So come and find out more, and we'd love to see you. And here's signing off from the All Saints Garden at Harvest Festival in 2022 in sunny Small Heath today. It's been very stormy, isn't it, overnight, but in sunny Storm Heath. See you soon.